Cleanse, manifest, and rise and repeat. You better cleanse, manifest, and rise and repeat. You better
Cleanse, manifest, and rise. 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 I can do this with my eyes closed. Stay woke, they telling lies, though. Earth angels on the rise, yo. Manifest a new life, bro. Cleanse your soul from strife, though. Cleanse your soul from strife.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It go all the way up to 9. And if numbers make the world go round, then who the hell am I? Ask them why they lie. They sing you a lullaby. Reflections like who am I? Cleanse before you arrive. Don't forever confuse your little baby for what's mine. Never going to comply.
Never gonna lay
Gotta
down.
stand for something.
Stand for
If
something,
you stand
for
for
anything.
nothing, that's what you manifest.
Nothing.
So that's why I'm protecting everything that's mine, especially my mind.
Cleanse, manifest, and rise. 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 Welcome, you guys. Welcome back to Wounded Healers Podcast. I am your host, Honey the Priestess. Today's podcast is going to be about the journey of the wounded healers. So I want to take you guys back. I want to start from the beginning and just, kind of like tap into how it all started. Like, how did you even get to the place of where you're now a healer? But also you've been on this journey of where you've been wounded, right? So that's what this podcast is all about. So I just want you guys to take a moment to reflect, to sit somewhere, and we're going to get into this message. So I know for myself, as I sit in the quietude of my thoughts, a familiar pain resonates within me. And it's a reminder of the wounds that I carry. So the journey of the wounded healer, it's not a profession. It's a profound path that intertwines with pain and purpose. And as I reflect on my own experiences, I realize how deeply my own struggles have shaped my ability to connect with others. See, when I first stepped into the realm of healing, I was naive. I was driven by an earnest desire to really mend the brokenness I saw around me, like the brokenness of the people that I saw around me. Yet, it wasn't until I confronted my own scars that I truly began to understand the weight of the healing journey. Each session with a client became a mirror reflecting my own unhealed wounds, right? The unprocessed grief and heartache that I had carefully tucked away. And I think if you resonate with this message as a wounded healer, then you understand exactly what I'm talking about, especially when I talk about that tucked away grief. Because a lot of times what happens is, as a wounded healer, a lot of things, like a lot of your pain or grief is not processed, or it's going to be processed at a more faster rate than usual. So it's either you don't process your pain at all, or you process it, but you get over it very quickly. And I don't really know if you really get over it quickly, but it's like you got to keep moving. And so you keep moving. I remember the first time I encountered a young woman in my healing practice. Her eyes was like glistening with unshed tears as she recounted heartbreak. And as she spoke, I felt an echo of my own sorrow and memories flooding back from a time when I too felt lost in a sea of grief. It was in that moment of shared vulnerability that I understood my wounds were not just burdens. They were actually bridges. So the concept of the wounded healer originated from the teachings of ancient shamans and explored in depth by psychologists. It became a guiding light in my journey. It urged me to embrace my pain and to see it as a wellspring of empathy rather than a source of shame. And each interaction, each client story began to weave into my own narrative, creating a tapestry of resilience. And it reminded me that healing is not linear, but it's a series of spirals that lead us back to ourselves. And as I ventured further along this path, I discovered that my own wounds offered me a unique perspective. In the depths of despair, I learned to listen with a heart wide open. I learned to sit in silence with those who were suffering. I allowed to give space for their emotions to breathe. I found strength in vulnerability. And in sharing my own journey, I forged connections that transcended the mere transactional nature of healing. In moments of reflection, I often ponder how my healing is intertwined with that of others, and I have witnessed countless transformations. In turn, I have also experienced my own transformations. I have learned that to heal is to embrace the complexity of our human experience, and it's to hold and sorrow in tandem, and it's to accept the messiness of life with grace. There are days when the weight of my wounds feels heavy, when I question my capacity to help others while grappling with my own darkness. But it is in these moments of doubt that I am reminded of the power of community. The wounded healer does not walk this path alone. We lean on one another. We share our stories. We uplift each other when the burdens seem too great. The journey of the wounded healer is not without challenges, but it is also filled with profound beauty. Each healing conversation, each moment of connection, it reaffirms my belief in the resilience of the human spirit. And as I continue to navigate my own path, I find solace in the knowledge that our wounds can become the source of our greatest strength. Reflecting on this journey, I am reminded that healing is a continuous process. It's a cycle of giving and receiving. It's a cycle of learning and unlearning. I am a wounded healer. And while I may still carry my scars, I also carry hope, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to serve others on their own healing journeys. So, this is what it means to be a wounded healer, all right? Let me guys know how you feel about this until we meet again.